The movie picks up where the first film left off. Naja and Albing, once enemies, stood united against divine punishment from Yuanzhi Tianzuan. The heavenly lightning destroyed their bodies, but Taizhenren saved their souls, sealing them inside the seven-colored sacred lotus. To keep them from fading away, Tai begins crafting new bodies. Albing is reborn through water, Naja through fire. But the lotus, drained of energy, only has enough power left to create one body each. Meanwhile, Shen Gongbao arrives outside Chentang Pass. Sent by the Dragon King Guang, who believes his son is dead, Gongbao plans revenge. Armed with the sky-splitting claw and joined by freed demons and imprisoned dragon kings, he attacks the city. Naja's parents, Li Jing and Lady Yin, try to stop him, insisting Albing is still alive. Gongbao doesn't listen. Discovering the barrier protecting Naja's regeneration, Gongbao attempts to break in. Though he fails at first, he summons the other dragon kings, who break through and attack. Just as Naja is about to be consumed by dragon fire, Albing shields him with ice, but the strain begins to destroy his new body. Sensing his son's presence, Guang sends his spirit through the rift. He reunites with Albing, who begs him to spare the town before turning to stone. Gongbao demands a second body for Albing, but the lotus has nothing left to give. Tai proposes a solution: let Albing share Naja's body for 7 days, enough time to retrieve the elixir reparo, which can revive the lotus. But the only way to get it is to pass the immortal trials of the Chan sect. If Naja succeeds, he'll be granted one item from their vaults. To conceal Naja's demonic roots, Albing will take over his body during combat. Guang agrees to a ceasefire. Naja and Tai have 7 days to return with the elixir, or Chentang Pass will be wiped out. As they journey to Mount Kunlun, Tai teaches Naja how to let Albing take control of his body, using slumber pills to weaken Naja's consciousness. They reach Yushu Palace, where the Chan sect trains demon hunters to protect the human realm. There, Master Immortal Wuliang, head of the sect, meets Naja, impressed by Albing's calm demeanor inside Naja's body, until the real Naja wakes up and starts causing trouble, including peeing in a sacred water vessel. Despite the chaos, Naja is allowed to begin the trials. In the first, he defeats a village of marmot demons, even as the effects of the slumber pills start to wear off. Back in Chentang Pass, tensions rise. Shen Gongbao's younger brother, Xiaobao, shows up, reminding him of his dream to take the trials too. Gongbao, hiding the truth, gives him immortality pills and sends him away. The second trial takes Naja to face Shen Zhengdao, Gongbao's father, and a powerful demon who teaches others the path of virtue. After a fierce fight, Zhengdao surrenders out of respect for the Chan sect. But Xiaobao arrives, sees his father wounded, and attacks the demon hunters. Injured alongside his father, the two escape downriver. After Zhengdao falls unconscious on the river bank, Xiaobao is allowed to escape by Nezha, who's still possessed by Albing. In Chentang Pass, Xiaobao staggers and wounded and barely clinging to life. Gasping for breath, he tells Gongbao that their father and his disciples have been captured by Naja and the demon hunters. Before Gongbao can respond, Xiaobao collapses and dies in his arms. Shocked and trembling, Gongbao is left consumed by grief and a rising fury. As Naja prepares to depart Yushu Palace for the third trial, news arrives that Chentang Pass has been destroyed. Naja rushes to the town and finds it in ruins, scorched by molten rock. Among the ashes, he discovers his mother's helmet. Believing the dragons betrayed them, he's consumed by rage. Furious, Master Wuliang prepares to launch a strike against the East Sea Palace. Naja completes his third trial by defeating a powerful mountain demon named Lady Shurji. At last, he's named an immortal and is granted the elixir reparo. Albing's body is restored. But Naja, still burning with grief, joins the assault on the dragons without letting Albing confront his father. At the East Sea Palace, Wuliang accuses Guang of the massacre. Guang is blindsided, he had no idea it was his own siblings who carried it out behind his back. As chaos unfolds, the palace becomes trapped within the Tianyuan cauldron, and Naja defeats Guang in battle. But then, everything changes. Naja's parents, Bing, and Tai arrive, very much alive. They reveal the shocking truth: Wuliang was behind everything. Under the guise of justice, he has been capturing demons not to reform them, but to burn them into immortality pills. Chentang Pass was a setup. The Dragon Kings, eager for power, agreed to help in exchange for their freedom from the Celestial Court. When Shen Gongbao realized what was happening, he tried to stop Wu Liang but was too late. The destruction had already begun. Naja and Albing rise to challenge Wu Liang. But the Master Immortal has a dark secret. He placed a heart-piercing curse on them during their initiation, freezing their bodies in place. Wu Liang casts them and their allies into the cauldron, where the divine fire of Samadhi begins burning them down. There, Wu Liang gives Naja a cruel choice: swallow the oblivion pill and die, or watch his parents be turned into pills. Naja hesitates until Lady Yin grabs the pill and hurls it into the fire, telling her son she would rather die than let him sacrifice himself. She hugs him one final time before fading into the flames. Enraged and heartbroken, Naja breaks through the curse. The fire doesn't consume him, instead, it reforges his body, unlocking his true form. He tears through his restraints, frees Albing, and together they rise. With help from Guang, the dragons, and sea demons still trapped in the cauldron, they burst free, shattering it completely. Wu Liang orders his army to attack, but Naja and Albing defeat them. Wu Liang's disguise is torn away, revealing a decrepit old man beneath the magic. His secrets exposed, his army broken, Wu Liang escapes with help from Guang's siblings. After the battle, Guang leads the remaining dragons into hiding beneath the ocean. But Albing stays behind, choosing to stand by Naja in the fight against Wu Liang and his dark ambitions, ready to follow his own path at last. Elsewhere, Wu Liang and his disciples flee to a secret prison deep within Mount Kunlun. There, Wu Liang visits a chained Shen Gongbao and offers him a sinister deal. He reveals that Gongbao's father is still alive and promises to treat him well, if Gongbao accepts a curse that will bind him to Wu Liang's will. As Wu Liang leaves him to consider the offer, the prison remains silent, unaware that Naja's story is far from over.